We made maybe a little progress, but I have still, well, maybe no progress, but my spare coil packs that I have are a different style. They're different, a newer engine, I guess, so the plugs don't work, but it's not the coils because this cylinder and this cylinder are not firing. I switched coil packs and these cylinders are still not firing. But it's just those two, I believe. Everyone on this side is firing. This one actually had a bent terminal in it, so it wasn't either getting power or ground, one of the two. So that was the reason that one wasn't firing. But these all seem good. So I can check for power and ground at the plug next. To see, but I have a feeling that'd be great if that was it. But I have a feeling it's my fuel injectors. My fuel injectors were good. Or, well, they were getting power. I have a feeling that they're probably gummed up, and I'd rather not have to take this fuel rail off. But I'll show you. It starts actually, this is the best that it starts. So I got to, best that it runs, I got to press this clutch. So, this is the best that it runs. Has ran. But you can tell it's got a hell of a misfire. It's a lot more responsive than it was. So, and we got great oil pressure. Yeah, so I guess I'll check for power and ground of those, and I gotta go get a tester, a extension piece that you put on the coil pack, between the coil pack and the spark plug, to see if it's firing. I did have one issue. I had a fuel leak on one of my fittings, so I had to steal this. It's called a hose end, was leaking under the truck. So I robbed this one off the back because I don't have fuel in the rear tank. I only put about 5 gallons in the front tank, so just so I could get it to run. So I gotta get a new fuel, or a new fitting for that. Other than that, there was no leaks, no oil leaks. I have coolant in it, but I don't have anything accessories hooked up, but it just got coolant in it, so you can run it a little bit. So diagnosing this is next, but I do have a feeling that the injectors could be plugged, and they probably do need to, I should get them taken off and cleaned. I should have did this a while ago. I didn't. So paying the price for it now, if that's the reason. We are making some progress. So I did get the truck to start. I had to relearn the security system on it because this this steering column has a different frequency code for the key. So I changed ignitions, and I thought, because I thought that maybe the frequency was in the ignition, but the steering column's not from this engine, so that didn't work. So I had to relearn the security system, which wasn't very simple. It just takes about half an hour, so it's kind of nerve-wracking, hoping that it would start and I could get it to relearn it, and that was the issue. But I was pretty certain that was the issue. I cranked it over with the injectors unplugged for probably close to 2 minutes or more before I ever got oil pressure, which was kind of nerve-wracking as well. But everything was dry. Oil cooler was dry. Oil lines were dry. It's been sitting for a while. Oil filter was dry, so it makes sense. But yeah, that was scary. That I even switched dashes because I have 2 dashes. I thought maybe the pressure gauge wasn't working, but after what seemed like forever, it did start, and it's got great oil pressure. It's cold, so it's not, we'll find out when it's hot what it is, but upon that, it was only running on 4 cylinders. This thing, I thought, was gonna jump out of the engine bay. This thing was rocking so much because it was very unbalanced. I thought I had 3 cylinders firing on that side and 1 on this side. I node lighted all the injectors, so they are getting power, and what I found out was these two, I had these two backwards, the wires, the plugs, so then that fixed it. But I think I think the problem is that the coil packs are bad. So I got some spare coil packs that I hope are good. I'm gonna swap them out and see. If not, I believe it's probably the injectors themselves are clogged up because it's been sitting for so long and the fuel just kind of goes bad. So I'm gonna get them swapped out and see where we're at. Figured I'd show this. So I have a 1-inch body lift on. So obviously the whole body is 1 inch higher than it should be for the engine. So I was nervous about the radiator shroud. So obviously you got about 1 inch more room here. All I had to do was trim out the lip. This overhang right here, I had to cut this off on the bottom, and then that gave me it even before I cut it, it really didn't touch, but I cut it out just to give me a little bit of space, and I got I got like a finger space here between this and the fan shroud. So I'm terrible with my camera skills here, so I think I should be good. Worst case, I guess I could just cut this a little more, but I think I'm gonna be good. I'm very happy with how that turned out. So figured I'd show that while I just got that on. This is where we're at. I got her pulled out because I was getting lightheaded in here with in the garage trying to run it with the exhaust, especially pointing backwards. I got a fan and windows open, but not ideal. So I pulled it out with the tractor because I still don't have drive shafts. So yeah, we're doing good. Runs pretty good on all 8 cylinders. I found that I had, I'm not sure where I left off in the last video, but I had at one point 2 injectors not firing cylinders. When I had to take the fuel rail off, clean out the injectors, and they actually looked fine, so that made me nervous. So I hooked the fuel rail up upside down, wired it in, and started it so that the injector would spray up so I could see if they were all firing. And I had 1 cylinder, this one, not firing at all. This also was supposedly not running, but this one was firing, so kind of made me nervous. But it runs very decent now. It has a misfire. These acorns around here are nuts. It sounds like gunshots going off. There goes another one. Has this misfire at idle, pretty much all. It has a misfire all throughout the RPM range, but not. I don't even think it's 1 cylinder. I think it's. Well, I don't think it's 1 cylinder not firing. I think it's just a misfire on 1 cylinder. So I'll start it up and show you. I had to unplug the O2 sensors because they actually were causing it. I'm going to get new O2 sensors. They were causing it to, once they warmed up, to run either really rich or really lean. I couldn't tell, but it would really misfire after a while. So I unplugged the O2 sensors, and that seemed to help. So we'll go start her up. Serpentine belt, put the fan on, filled up my power steering pump, topped off the radiator. That way I could run it for a while. I wanted to run it through a heat cycle to see if maybe it would fix it, but it's pretty warm right now, and it's still misfiring. But as you can tell, I'm not sure what cylinder. I think it's I don't know. I think it's the driver's side. Yeah, it does sound like the driver's side. might be like a long-term fuel trim thing because of the bad O2 sensors. But I gotta wait a couple days to get new O2 sensors. I don't know though. It might also be rich because, man, the fuel, oh, my eyes are burning, even just being here. So I can't tell you if it's a lean or if it's a rich misfire. I don't know. I don't have a scan tool to check that out, but I probably should. But like I said, I did want to do a heat cycle on it, get it warmed up. I don't know how accurate this gauge is. It's above, it's above 100, but it doesn't really move. But you can see it still always has that misfire. Honestly, it does seem a little more, I don't know, maybe it's the same. It seems, I feel like it might be a little worse, but maybe I should figure out if it's one of these cylinders too. What I should do is, this winter, I'm gonna take the injectors out, get them sent out, and just flow tested, or cleaned and flow tested, flow matched. So, figured I'd do a little video here of it actually running on all, I would say all 8. I don't think it's down a cylinder. I think it's just a slight misfire on one. That's what I think, but who knows? Could be wrong.